So now we'd like to introduce you to a coaching model called GROW. It's a 4-step model that allows you to coach a person from beginning, middle, and end, and has 4 different steps.
The first step is G, which stands for goal. You want to make sure you take some time to have an agreement on what is the outcome that you want in the coaching. Oftentimes people look at the issue, but they aren't clear on what is the outcome that the person really wants at the end of the session. So you have to take some time to make sure that you're clear on what the outcome is, that it's very specific, and that you have agreement on that. This step is often overlooked, and then the coaching goes in many different directions. So make sure that you're clear on what is the outcome goal that you want to achieve during the coaching.
R stands for reality. The person that you'll be coaching will often bring their internal world and their external world. Their internal world in terms of how they feel about the problem, challenge, or opportunity, and the external world in terms of who are the people and circumstances that surround that event. As a coach, you want to be able to feel that you're comfortable with exploring that context of that person's world and really help them understand how this reality affects where they want to go in the future.
O stands for options. If you've spent a good amount of time in the goal and the reality, it's amazing how many times the options will become clear. However, you have to be careful, because if the person gets very excited about one option, there may be other things that they could try that they haven't looked at. So be sure that you ask them, what else is possible? What haven't you considered? To make sure that all options are out on the table. And then you want to make sure if they choose an option, are they really committed to that? Are they going to commit to taking that action? What could stand in the way of them being successful? So you want to explore all of those possibilities as well before you move into the wrap.
Wrap-up is just how it sounds. It's a chance for the coach to actually check in on the goal that was established at the beginning of the session and find out what the person who you're coaching is going to do next and when. It's also critical to establish progress and accountability going forward. You also want to leave the client complete and feeling whole.
So even though we've described this in 4 steps, it's important to remember that this really isn't a linear process, that it's a loop. That if you describe the goal and as you get into the reality, you might find, both you and the person you're coaching, that there's something else that they really want instead. And then you have to redefine the goal. And this may happen again as you get into the option, and sometimes even in the wrap. So be sure that you are clear on what the goal is all along, that you have a clear sense of the reality, that there are options, and that you wrap it up until the person feels whole in the process.
And now let's see a live demonstration of the GROW model in action.